Nash. Please make sure you go check out his music in the description box below. But yeah, you can check him out on Spotify, YouTube, all that good stuff. Let's jump into the show, man. Let's jump into the show today. I want to talk about this video out there that Dame Dash was going at 50 Cent. I'm gonna play this video. I'm gonna put it on the Summer Jam screen for us real quick. I'm gonna get your reaction live.
You were saying that it was not going to come out. So how do you feel that it actually is?
I honestly thought, you know, based on like moral codes and like coming from where like a street ethic, I honestly didn't think that he would ever do that.
Why though?
Because I wouldn't.
That would be a good question. Why? He has done
because it's just not my job to tell. I'm not a black man that's going to tear another black man down. Let them do that. But also, you know, like if somebody, you know, again, allegedly, it just seems like somebody, you know, violated his baby mother in front of his kid. You know, so yeah, but that's not how we deal with things from where we're from. You know, that's like
on the back end.
Hey,
did
yo,
you check him on the back end?
I know y'all girls, but I'm not answering that. But what I'm saying is,
okay. I just caught it.
I gotta let me answer the question. So again, you may not understand like a moral conduct for a grown ass man from where I'm from and where I thought he was from. There's just certain things and like it's not for us to tear somebody down. So for example, if I'm a criminal and I see somebody doing a crime, I'm not telling. If it might be a violation, like they might be doing some shit that might be like a violation to a kid, then I got to go handle that. If I sign on to the street. So for me, I'm not going to do that because that platform is not black owned. I'm never going to tear a black man down for a white man ever in my life. Also, I know Puff, right? And I don't think that, again, I'm not ever going to check for his moral character. As you see, we never did too much business together. But it would never be me to be the person to deliver that. Let them do it. So probably another person, I would say, go ahead, do that. Maybe someone from, so like example, TMZ called me and was like, yo, we want you to do the interview and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, yo, you think I would ever make money for y'all tearing another black man down, even if that man is wrong? If I'm a black man and I want to do something, I'm going to go tear down a white man. I'm not going to tear down a black man. There's so many injustices that we see other people from other cultures do, but we don't say nothing, and they always send us to tear us down. Are you serious? I would never, ever condone a black man tearing down another black man for a white man. That will never happen. And if a dude, listen, and also another thing, just on my moral code, if a man did that to my girl, and I felt like I'm violated, I gotta wear that, or I gotta handle that different. But I'm not making a documentary. I'm gonna go deal with it, but that's just how other people deal with things, and that's how I deal with things. So the question you asked me was why I said that? Because I never in my life would have thought that 50 Cent would make a documentary about another man from our culture, just because it seems that the dude might have tampered with his woman. And that's just not what I thought. But let me just say this. I ain't gonna speak too much on that other man, 50. The only reason why I said something about it is because he talks about me. So that's the only reason why I said something about it. And to me, he's easy work. But the thing about it is, you don't have to deal with this, right? I'm a culture saver. I'm out here fighting for us every day. Every time I argue with somebody, it's not for me, it's for y'all. Because I'm good. I'm always trying to open the doors and make sure that everyone in our culture understands the path. They're usually misled to think they're weaker than they are. And I'm the guy that's going to show you that you do not have to be scared of them. You could do it on your own, and you do not have to do it for them. And they always send us to tear us down. And just because he might be a little strong and funny, we're not jacking that. And I don't think anybody should, because morally, that is not where we want to go. And another thing I didn't like about the movie, to say the least, was a lot of it could have been hearsay. So I've been accused of a lot of things I haven't done. And if there's always, you know, maybe you haven't been hunted in that way, but it is hunt a black man with money season out there. Trust me on that. It's best to be broke or else you're a target. So I think I'm in the best position right now, because you know if you sue me, you ain't getting a motherfucking thing, because I ain't got it.
Quick question, since we're talking.
Don't go in there trying to say I did something I didn't. I've been accused of things all the time. So for a black man to give somebody else that platform to do that, get paid for it, smile, and even go and promote it on white people's platforms, I'm not jacking that.
Dang. Sound like, what's your thoughts, man?
Oh man, the overall premise of what he said. See, here's my issue with 50 doing what he did. I feel like there was some underlying issues. There was some underlying motives in why he decided to put out a documentary on Diddy. I don't think that 50 had this moral compass to where he was like, the information needs to be out. This guy's a monster. We need to go ahead and show how monstrous this guy. I don't think that was his MO, but that's how he wrapped it. That's how he framed it. And I think that was hypocritical. I think that was corny. I think that was stupid. No one can sit here and defend Diddy for what he did against Cassie on that video in that hotel that we all seen around the world. We knew that was absolutely disgusting. No one, no real man, no man ever on this platform, or no man that we've ever dealt with condones any of that type of behavior. But we also know that they boxed that one incident, and we probably know that there were more incidents, but that's the only one that we were able to physically see. So, okay, if we want to say that he is a abuser based off of that one incident, have at it. I'm not arguing that. Dude is a piece of shit for putting his hands on the woman the way he did. But we also know that he's sitting in jail right now, and that whole entire circus of a court hearing, that whole trial that we saw was an absolute circus. They tried to pin something on him that they could not prove. They tried to say that he was a child molester. They could not prove it. They tried to say that he was trafficking women. They could not prove it. There were jokes, and there's still jokes going around his homosexuality. And yeah, if you sat there and you let nut get put on your chest or whatever the case may be, you can call you whatever you want. But no man went on that stand and said that Diddy did anything to them. They did it in the documentary. So it's just like, it just seems like this never-ending pursuit in tearing a person's credibility, tearing their character down. And you go to ask why. If you really cared about the woman and the victim involved, then we would have really been making sure that that woman involved was taken care of. But it got blown up so further into something where let's tear Diddy's name down because of the rumors that have been circulating for decades. And now we're starting to see similar things, which, oh, now let's go get Jay-Z next because we heard. Oh, let's go tear it because we heard. And I couldn't agree more with Dame Dash in that situation when he's saying, yo, I'm not going to be the one to tear this black man down. I'm not saying he's a saint. I'm not saying he's perfect. I'm not saying that what he did wasn't right. But you're not going to sit out here and have me create an entire narrative and distribute it on one of the biggest platforms in the world just to tear this man's character down even more, even if some of the stuff isn't true, even if his kids are collateral damage in it. Little girls that did nothing, the twins that have done absolutely nothing are involved. Even if they're collateral damage, who gives a shit as long as we get them down? So I couldn't agree more with Dame Dash. I don't agree, and I don't know, and I can't prove that he went on white platforms to shit on Jay-Z. I know a lot of the platforms he did that were black owned, to his credit. So he has tried to get, you know what I mean? He has tried to go ahead and tear a few ones down once he had personal relationships with. But overall, I agree with him. And I give him a lot of courage for standing up there with 4 black women and speaking his truth. Because you know that shit wasn't about to be easy. It was about to get in his ass. But I'm glad he stood tall. I really am.
It felt like the culture vulture thing. But remember what happened with that though. Hope we don't go the same, route, because it's the 100% truth. It's the 100% unrefutable truth. That's the same way I could, you felt and I felt about it. Like, damn, dog, let them. If they're gonna do it. Let them do it. But you don't partake in it. You don't partake in trying to tear this man to destroy. Now everybody's saying, oh, he's coming after. He might be coming after Jay-Z next. Like, this is what we turned into. Like and this, to me, it's about the unity aspect of things. I get it. Some people need to be put on Front Street. Some people need, but at some point, I keep saying this. It's for 8 years I've been saying this shit. We got to stick together at somewhere. Like, all right, Diddy did his wrong. But when you listen to the escort, he said that Cassie was running the show. I don't know if you've seen that clip. The one of the escort that was popping Cassie. He said Cassie was the one that was doing everything, and Diddy ain't make him do nothing. But that's another topic. We can do that at a later date.
Yeah. So
yes. I don't like the fact that 50 Cent is doing this. And then when you start going layer by layer, we found out a lot of this shit hasn't been substantiated. A lot of shit was a downright lie. Like about the funeral, Biggie's state came out and said that no, that wasn't true about the funeral thing. And then Diddy's mom came out and said Diddy never hit her. So a lot of the things that have been in that documentary are coming out just to be hearsay. A documentary is supposed to document. It's supposed to be factual. A lot of this shit just speculation and trying to get back at somebody. And what is it doing for the culture? It's not uplifting the culture.
Nope.
It's just tearing another man that's already on the ground, man. It's already, his image is destroyed. You putting a bullet in the head of the man.
I mean, sitting in oodles and noodles in jail right now. You seen oodles and noodles in a jail cell right now.
That's not helping the culture.
Right.
You're not the moral. When you got songs like I'm a motherfucking PIMP, what are we talking about? Boys Walk, I don't know if you've seen this video. He had an excellent video that he did about it. He said he used to have a video called a PIMP. A pimp is a sex trafficker. Think about it.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
According to the definition of that.
Right.
And now guys can grow older, guys can obviously mature, but I just don't like it, bro. It just don't sit right with me. I wanna play this real quick because this kind of ties into it. Let me pull this one up out of my archive. I was watching this morning. It's actually Tasha K. This is interesting. When you hear this, you can be like, wow.
Story right now, Tasha, that you can kind of like give us a little behind the scenes look at. What's the story right now that's like percolating right now? That's kind of like on the wire, coming soon.
50.
Come on.
I would say 50 Cent.
Okay.
And the reason I'm saying this is because like he opened Pandora's box.
Yeah, he did.
And when you take to the internet to try to expose someone that is iconic as you are, and you have been accused primarily of some of the same things that he's done, we're just going to watch this and drink. Because
now, hold on.
The lawsuits that he has sealed and asking the judge, please seal this lawsuit because this is going to ruin my reputation if it gets out. His baby mothers, he's bought the life rights to their stories so they can't tell their stories of the things that they've alleged for many years, which is the DV and all of the things that they've gone through, similar to what Diddy is been honest about and said that I did. He's hiding. And when you have people like that say, look over here, don't look over here, look over here. It's primarily because they don't want the spotlight on them. And I'm sure I'll hear from his lawyers today because he hit me when I reviewed with a cease and desist. His baby mother did a IG Live, and I took the IG Live and reviewed it. He said, I own her life rights. So you got to pay me $25,000 right now because I own that story. So you need to take it down. The story is still up.
Isn't he smarter than that, though? Isn't 50 smarter than that? Doesn't he know he has those skeletons in his closet?
She said, is he?
Is he?
Yeah.
I would think so.
Well, sometimes they think their money can buy silence, like she just said. He's trying to buy.
And that's exactly what he's doing.
Yeah. Go ahead.
There's a story right now that I believe it was Bloomberg that posted. No urban media sites picked it up about 50 Cent asking a court to seal, basically asking the bankruptcy court to open up his bankruptcy so that a woman that came forward that he had dealings with years ago couldn't go against his insurance for personal injury. She is alleging some heinous things that he asked the judge to seal from the public because if this gets out, it will ruin my reputation and my business deals and brand deals.
Wow.
So that may be smart, but at the same time, how many times you gonna play, you know how that game where you just the head popping up?
Whack-a-mole.
Yeah. He can't do that, but for so long.
Thanks.
What's your thoughts to that video right there? You know, Tasha K, she's grown a lot since the Cardi B days. And a lot of information she puts out, bro, don't be no bullshit.
There's
Since
smoke.
then.
Where there's smoke, there's fire, right? And this is what I'll say. We're not a platform that has ever really, you know what I mean, took advantage of people's situations and tried to highlight them and spotlight them and get somebody's attention. Like this was never our thing to kind of go witch hunt. And even with 50 Cent doing what he's doing, and even as much as we disagree with what he's doing, we won't be the first ones to go out there and say, oh, well, look, 50 Cent has this, that, and the third. Oh, look. And we won't open up Pandora's box. But there's a million other platforms that will. And there's a million other platforms that do not care. And there's people out there that are looking at you like, nigga, who are you? And if you got and this is one thing we did talk about. If you have skeletons in your closet, if you have things that you don't want out, then it's real dangerous. You're playing a very dangerous game in exposing all of this to somebody else and putting morality at the forefront of it. You get on these newscasts and you're saying, well, he's not a good person. Oh, he's not this, he's not that. Bro, first off, you're acting like the moral police and you're making and creating a lot of enemies. We know 50 loved to get in a courtroom and sue people. He typically sues people who doesn't have the same amount of money and power he does, so he typically wins. Diddy ain't that dude. Diddy does have that money. Diddy does have that power. And once Diddy's in a position where he can do it, let's see what happens. Diddy also has power and resources to get certain information put out. And we also know, this is a fact, it does not matter what happens in the court of law. All that matters is what happens in the court of public opinion. So whether shit gets leaked or not, and he can sue or not, once the damage is done, he's fucking done. And if he thinks that you having the life rights of this person or you have court documents sealing this, all they need is for somebody to come on out and then somebody to put together a nice little YouTube documentary, put that shit out. And now if you sue him or not, the damage is done. Now social media is talking. Now you got people on your ass. And now look at you. Now you sitting in court fighting for your life. And we got to sit back and defend you as a black man, even though you done railroaded the next one. So, I mean, I don't know if it's true. Where there's smoke, there's fire. It wouldn't surprise me. And it kind of even goes to show you that 50's to a level of petty where Diddy getting with his woman really hurt him. It hurt him. It hurt him. For him to do this, risking knowing that he possibly, allegedly, or maybe, I don't know, have skeletons in his closet as well, man. So I wouldn't want Tasha K on my ass like that if I had information out there that could potentially hurt me. And there's other people that are already looking. So, and I heard academics say that he's 50's going down a real slippery slope right now. He better be careful. So there's people already kind of whispering these things, planting the seeds and setting the stage for he could be next. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see any of them in that situation. But hey, man, you make your bed, lay in that motherfucker.
Yeah, and then I think it's a big mistake for him to try to go after Jay-Z.
Won't do it.
Unless there's like really something there. If he's just going off hearsay and allegation, we've seen Jay-Z. He's a monster when it comes to the court game. He don't waste no fucking time.
And his money is long.
And it's long. It's long, way longer than 50's. Yep. His connections are way bigger than 50's. He connect with the NFL. He make overseas connections. Like, so.
Jay-Z connected to the FBI. I mean, let's be real. I'm not saying he is a Fed. I'm not saying he is a Fed.
Right.
He got connections.
Right. You know, so it's like somebody put in the comments, it's a struggle, it's a fight for power. Absolutely. But we don't really have no real power. These dudes don't need to have the illusion because they got a couple $100 million that they have real power. At any moment, they could turn on 50. At any moment, they could turn on Jay-Z. That's the part that we got to understand. You don't really have no power like that. You think you got some power until the people with power show you that your power ain't shit without them. Mm-hmm. It ain't shit. So now you sitting at the table with them, the same table you sitting at, you could be on that platter. That's what I fear for 50.
They could be serving your ass next. And it could happen. I wouldn't be surprised. Like I said, nobody wants to see that. Even all the fuck shit he doing. Still, I would not celebrate if 50 was next. I don't like any of it. Nope. You know, and black men aren't the only ones that are domestically violent. There's plenty of other people that are domestically violent out here, and I'm not trying to condone any of that behavior. We're not men that put our hand on women. That's not what we do. But at the end of the day, if you have skeletons in your closet and you're a prominent figure and somebody wants to hurt you, put you down, and you know different than Diddy, you know different than Dr. Cosby, you know different than anybody else sitting in this situation, you better be careful.
Right. You think you bigger than Cosby, 50? And if it does happen, we're going to be the platform sitting here giving you the fucking benefit of the doubt, saying just wait and see. Just like we did with Diddy, just like we did with Mr. Cosby, just wait and see. And now when you go back and you look at how things played out, we was pretty much right about the Diddy thing. Let's just wait and see. Because all the shit it was young, they was accusing him sleeping with young kids and shit. And men. None of it ever came out that way.
Nope.
Let's just wait and see. And we'll fight for you because it ain't about the person for us. It's about the principle.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Facts.
You know? So.
Facts. Perfectly said. It ain't about the person, because we done had plenty of interviews and we done regurgitated this a million times on people saying a lot of negative things about Diddy, his business and things like this. Was prior to the witch hunt. So we were trying to give real information prior to anything coming out. But the second we start seeing things start going up, it's like, hold on. All right, we know the person's fucked up, but let's look at the principle and what they're trying to do to this person. It ain't right. No, regardless of what you think of that person. And we don't think highly of the person either. It still ain't right. We ain't think highly of Charlemagne when he was going through his shit. But when he was getting railroaded, it wasn't right. Right? So whether we fall on nails or swords or not, we're always going to go with what's right as opposed to who is. 100%.
Yeah, with that, we definitely, man, we appreciate y'all guys checking in. It's not a typical time we usually do this, but nevertheless, we definitely did it. If you ain't got nothing else, I'm gonna play my man's song on the way out of here.
Gucci,
all right, yeah. So y'all have a great day, man. Leave the comments and check out my man Napalm Nash's song. His link is at the top of the description box. I'm gonna play it on the way out of here, fam. Napalm Nash. He's on Spotify, YouTube, and all that good stuff.
I like the Adidas part. I thought he might have had a little bit of a situation, man. Nah, he's doing his thing, man. He's doing his thing. I know some of the lyrics may not be favorable to some of the everybody, but I like the way he was expressing himself, man. And he did it dope. Salute to him.
Hit that hole in Adidas, man. Shit. Nikes, flip flop, bare feet.
I might have some socks on or something if I don't know her, but I ain't did that in a long time. I'm a married man. So.
Right. So yeah, be sure to check out Napalm Nash in the description box below. We appreciate y'all. We'll be back, man. We love y'all. Peace.
Love y'all.